Good Saturday afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the homestead. So today we're tinkering on the Apocalypse truck. We're working on a steel and wood flatbed. We'll show you as we go what we're talking about. So we've got that in the shop. We got the trailer out here. We got our chop saw on the trailer. Got our steel. So as you can see, we got some of our tools out. We've already got going. We'll put some of that video in after we get done talking here and show you what we've done so far. But we got a combination of not box tubing, but rectangular tubing, angle iron, and flat stock. So if you come in here, if you can see in here after being out in the sun, we've gone ahead and we've made angle iron pieces that bolt onto the frame using the original mounting holes for the body. And the biggest reason we did that was just for clearance on the tires. If we'd gone right down on the frame like that, you know, it just put us that much closer to the tires. So you need some clearance for the tire. So the floor of this body is going to set. The floor of this body is going to set probably 2 inches higher than it would have from the factory from General Motors. So we're not too worried about that. You can see we got the angle irons up front. Everything is just kind of loosely set in there right now. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our welder out. We're going to get our front one centered left to right, measured off the cab. We're going to tack it. We're going to get our back one measured off both sides and square front to back, and we're going to tack it. And then we're going to make our side rails out of our bigger box tubing. We're going to cap this end here because it's going to be basically hanging in free space here. So we're going to cap it with some flat stock. And then on the back, we're going to cut a piece of diamond plate, and then we'll have a pipe bumper, and then we'll put our LED tail lights and backup lights and everything in the diamond plate. Then we'll have a piece of angle iron that goes on there. So the plan is, in the middle here, is to have, you know, boards, like 2x8s, screwed down across here. We do have a flip-up gooseneck ball hitch that we're going to put in the middle. I think what we're going to do, I was originally going to mount it in the body, but I think we're actually going to take some of that heavy angle iron, and we're actually going to put it under the frame here and here, and mount the ball right in that, so it's set right down in. So the top of the ball will end up being just below the floor, and that way we can just have a little hatch you open up and the ball's done in there. So if you want to haul the camper or the trailer or the horse truck trailer, flip it up, back under it, hook onto it, problem solved. So we're going to probably just keep bringing you along as we work on this. It'll probably be more than one video, I'm guessing. There will be a headache rack that we'll build out of this same tubing. It'll have some diamond plate in here and some bars over the window so we don't break the window out. But I'm pretty sure Sue's just going to keep grabbing the camera as she has time, or we'll set you up somewhere when we got something exciting going on and let you watch. So hold on, we're going to get the welder out and see if we can't get something done. I don't have much yet. Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's see if this is in right. Probably close enough. I need to get to over. All right, so we've been busy. We've been welding, cutting, welding. We've got our headache rack started. What we'll probably do there, well, there's a couple knowns and there's a couple unknowns. This area right here is going to get a piece of diamond plate put in it. Up here, we have some 3/4 inch square tubing. We're not 100% sure yet if we're going to just run like 3 runs side to side, or if we're going to run some vertical posts. Sue hasn't decided what she wants that to look like yet. We've got our rub rail on this side. We've done 3 stake pockets, and we've just done some scraps of the box tubing so you could throw a strap around it. And then the rub rail, you know, so you could put a strap anywhere on this. And as you saw earlier, the sides are 1.5 inches higher than the cross members, so that our 2x10s or 2x8s can sit in here and be flush. Other than that, we're going to get the rub rail on the other side, and we have to go get our piece of diamond plate. And we're probably going to do some mock-ups here. I'm not 100% sure how we're doing this yet. We know that we're going to have a 4-inch pipe for a bumper, and we're going to have some diamond plate that's probably going to come down, you know, probably a couple inches under the frame at least. What I'm trying to actually come up with right now is just the best way to mount the pipe, because the pipe is going to have a receiver hitch welded to it and the D-rings and stuff. So we're probably going to be doing some mock-up with cardboard, and we'll bring it back when we do that. Normally, you know, you could use plywood, but that's $50 a sheet. It's probably cheaper to buy steel and cut it up and throw it away. Anyways, I'm going to get the rub rail on the other side. We'll bring it back and we'll show you as we start mocking some more stuff up. We still got to deal with the trailer ball and its elevation. I haven't completely got that through my head yet. I keep thinking about that while I'm welding, and we'll come back and show you that as we do that too. So I'm going to get to work. I'll bring you guys back in a bit.
All right, so here is what we've come up with so far for the design. We've done a little bit of a mock-up in cardboard, so you can see where the diamond plate is going to be on the back behind the cab. And then this is our design for the back diamond plate and the bumper. This is actually going to be 4-inch round, but this is what we have sitting here right now, so that's what we're using for our mock-up. So basically, this shows us where everything is going to sit before we actually start cutting expensive metal. So that's the idea, and we'll bring you back when we have it a little bit closer to actually finished.
All right, so we're back. Bring you back and give you a little bit of a tour. So we've got, as we showed you earlier, we got the rub rail on there. We did get our pieces in around the back window, and we got the rub rail on this side. So basically what we've done is we used a piece of flat stock. We made some stake pockets out of the larger tubing, and then we've put some pieces of tubing in there that you can wrap a strap around. And then we've put our braces in for our boards. We're actually going to have self-tapping screws for the 2x that go on here. And then we put our trailer ball in the middle. So as a flip up trailer ball. And that's all done. A little bit of welding left to do. Some gussets to put on. But we're going to actually do most of that after we take it off the truck. So the next step is we've got some, I actually thought we had some diamond plate, but it's not diamond plate. It's flat steel with 1/2-inch squares all over the steel. So we're going to cut a piece for this. As you saw, we had the cardboard templates over here ready to go. We're going to cut a piece for that. We'll get that tacked in there. Then we've got the pipe. It's in the back of the Dodge for the bumper. We'll make our mount for our bumper. And then we do have some weld-on D-rings that we'll put 2 on the bumper, 2 on that piece of square tubing, and 2 on the front bumper when we do it. And then we also have a weld-on receiver that we're going to notch and weld into the pipe bumper in case we want to haul a regular trailer. So we'll bring you back when we get ready to start putting the metal on, the steel plate, show you how that's going to look, get the bumper mocked up there, get that done. And yeah, we'll bring you back for that. So hold on. So we're making progress. If you come back here with me and look, you'll notice that we've got our, I don't know what you call this. It's not diamond plate. It's like 1/2-inch squares. I don't know. It came out of an old woolen mill in town. They used to put it on the floor, protect the hardwood floor. But we've got that in the headache rack. And we've got the piece on the back all welded in. And we've got Sue's zombie bumper on the back. She'll probably knock her teeth out before she bends anything if she backs into something. And we've done some 3-inch channel up to the subframe for the body. We still have to put some gussets in here on all 6 mounting locations. So that's easy to do. Our plan right now, we're pretty much at a point where we're done fabricating on this for the most part. We got to plug the ends of the 4-inch pipe, and I think what we're going to do is wrap this video up. We're going to get the truck lined up. We're going to get the emergency brake hooked up, fire the truck up, take it outside, back it in, and pick the body off. All the welding on the front, you can see the gas tank is right there. And I'm going to shut this welder off real quick so you guys don't have to listen to that, because we are done for the day. But the gas tank being right there, I don't really want to keep welding on that right over the gas tank. And I can't weld the front side anyways. So we've made everything attached to the body. So the the gooseneck ball, the back bumper, everything's attached to the body. We can take 8 bolts out, take the whole body off, and back to our regular stock Chevy frame. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing off here, and then we'll finish welding. I think Thursday of this week we will get the tail lights and the D-rings. So there's going to be a couple big D-rings mounted on the back bumper, and then there's going to be a receiver hitch welded under the back bumper, and then we'll probably cut in a 7-prong trailer plug here, and I think we're going to put another one right in the box where the receiver, where the gooseneck ball is, because what's going to end up happening is there's 1.5 inches of board going on here. So we'll probably end up making some kind of a plug or insert, or we're not really sure exactly what yet, that will set over that will be flush with the wood. So we'll probably put another 7-way plug inside that box. And the biggest reason for that is that when you've got your gooseneck trailer on, you can actually crank around a lot, like almost 180 degrees. Obviously not quite, because you'd run into the cab. So if you're in one of those positions where you need to turn the trailer around on a dime, if you got your plug back here, it does start to get a little tight. So yeah, I don't know. I can't think of a whole lot else. We've got our angle iron cut that's going to cap this. Sue has some rust converter. She's going to brush on these 2 pieces of plate steel. And we will weld this angle iron on. And then our boards are going to tuck right in under this. Set right on the rails. Self-tap screw down. We're probably going to use, I don't know if anybody's ever watched, can't remember his name now, but Steep in the Woods. Do you remember his first name?
Josh.
Josh from Steep in the Woods. Love watching his channel. They live in North Carolina, in the Appalachian Mountains, and they do everything basically with what they have on site. So we're going to use a little bit of his stain. I think he calls it the Appalachian red stain. We'll soak these boards down real well with that so they don't rot. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I think what we'll do is we'll wrap this up. We'll bring you back when we get ready to like put the taillights in. They take a 4.5-inch hole saw. We're going to do 2 reds and a white. 2 reds and a white. And then I think the license plate's going to go up there on the headache rack. Sue hasn't quite made up her mind. I think she wants it at a 45-degree angle though.
No, that is gross.
So, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for putting up with my welding. I am not a professional welder by any means, but I can tell you that my stuff usually doesn't fall apart. So, that's kind of what matters. Sue's got a grinding wheel and a flap wheel, and she will make it all look pretty. I think the saying is, what is it? A grinder and paint will make a welder what he ain't. So, we'll bring you back when we get ready to put some paint on this thing and make it look pretty. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.